Will Disney parks ever again open an original ride? And by original ride, I mean a ride not connected to some existing IP or intellectual property. Something that already exists, like Star Wars or Peter Pan or Guardians of the Galaxy. Some existing movie or character or world or something like that. Will Disney ever again open a ride that is completely original to the parks, not drawing on characters and ideas from outside? The short answer is I don't know. Probably not, but let's get into that. Some of the most iconic and beloved Disney rides are complete park originals, with no ties to existing characters, movies, or other IPs of the like. You got rides like Haunted Mansion, Big Thunder Mountain, Small World, and Pirates of the Caribbean even, despite Johnny Depp being added in 2006 after the success of the 2003 movie based around the ride, still was an original at a time. And I guess you also have the Haunted Mansion movie, which despite not being so successful, did exist as it also came out in 2003. And now even the Jungle Cruise is getting a movie. And so my initial question is, why? What's the point of this? Why do rides have to be based off of movies or have movies based off of the ride? Why is Disney not satisfied to just have a ride with no connections to any movies or IPs? We see it a lot nowadays. Every ride being opened is based off of an existing thing. Marvel Land, Avengers Campus, whatever you call it, Star Wars Land, the Guardians Tower. There's another Guardians coaster going over and Disney World. Even Minnie and Mickey's Runaway Railway is based off of existing characters. There's very little complete originals. We haven't seen one in quite some time. In fact, the most recent non-IP ride to open in Disneyland was Rocket Rods, which was just a 1998 reskin of the People Mover that effectively broke the People Mover. And before Rocket Rods, the most recent non-IP ride that's still running is Big Thunder Mountain. Big Thunder Mountain opened all the way back in 1979. It's been a couple years since we've had a truly original new attraction at any Disney park. So Disneyland hasn't had any truly original rides since 1979, but across the street in Disney's California Adventure, the majority of the 2001 opening day attractions were actually originals, weren't based off of any IPs, but since 2001, no original rides have been added to the park. But even that was some time ago, and now a lot of those rides even have been reskinned, rethemed to have IPs incorporated into them. We got California Screamin' is now Incredicoaster. Mulholland Madness is now Goofy Sky School. Superstar Limo, we can say what we want about Superstar Limo, but it was original, and now it is Monsters, Inc. Although, maybe I'm proving my own point wrong. I don't know if Drew Carey counts as original, or if he's an IP. Is someone own Drew Carey? How does celebrities work? But anyways, I'm not trying to say that all non-IP rides are flawless and good. Disney has come up with some original attractions that have kind of flopped, but a lot of them, again, are beloved and are favorites and are the classics of Disney. I'm also certainly not saying that all IP rides are inherently bad. In fact, I'd say most of them are good. Most of them are incredible rides, despite being based off of an existing property. Or I shouldn't even say despite, because there's nothing inherently bad about using a movie or character and basing a ride off of it. It is quite successful. That's why they're doing it so much now. I love almost every single one of Disney's IP-based rides that are open nowadays, and a lot of them I consider my favorite attractions. Obviously, Indiana Jones is based off of Indiana Jones. Radiator Springs Racers based off of Cars. The new Star Wars rides are phenomenal, even though they're based off of Star Wars, which is not my favorite thing ever, but they're still very, very cool. And that's just to name a few of the amazing, outstanding, let me just kick my tripod a little more. Yeah, there's some really good IP rides. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but that's what I'm trying to say right now, at least. But that being said, despite there being a lot of outstanding IP-based rides, there's just something special. I know I talk about that original Disneyland magic, but original Disney rides, no matter what park they're in, if they're an original idea, they have something special about them that I can't place. Maybe it's that you can only experience it while you're at a park, but they have a special quality to them. Especially some of the most successful original Disney rides like Pirates when it opened, and Haunted Mansion. They have a feeling to them that is unlike anything else Disney has ever made. They're a genre of their own. They're so unique and so creative, and Imagineers had such a different way of approaching things for these rides. Over at Disney World on the East Coast, Expedition Everest is the most recent ride to open that is not themed off of some existing IP. The most recent original Disney World ride is Expedition Everest in the Animal Kingdom, which opened in 2006. And it's also my single favorite ride in all of Disney World. It actually might be my single favorite ride of all time, except for Indiana Jones, which I've kind of incorporated as my brand so much I can't say anything else. But Everest, even in 2006, all those years later after Haunted Mansion and Pirates opened, still has that quality, that something special, that something Disney magical, sparkle, twinkle, twinkle. It really is just a perfect ride, and it is completely original, unless you count the Yeti as an IP, but I don't think anyone owns the Yeti necessarily. Maybe the same guy who got Drew Carey, I don't know. There's this nameless magic quality found on Expedition Everest and Pirates and Haunted Mansion and Big Thunder and all of these rides that aren't attached to anything in particular. So what am I trying to say? Am I going to answer the question above my head, assuming the title of, or is the title below? Am I going to answer the question in the title of this video, which I believe is below and has been for many years? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say with this video. It's just something I've been thinking about a lot lately, and a lot the past several years as Disney has been constantly rolling out IP-based attractions. And it's a conversation that's come up in the Disneylander Discord channel quite a few times now, which link below. Hop in that Discord, join the community, get chatting with us about things like this. I ramble here on video, but you can ramble with me in the Discord server. But essentially, again, I don't know. Will Disney ever open another original attraction? I kind of don't think so. Maybe someday down the line, but in the current climate, the most successful monetary thing Disney can do is open a ride based off of a successful movie. It brings a lot of people into the park, gets a lot of people very, very, very excited. And you know what? Disney does a good job. I don't even think it's a bad thing. As much as I miss those original attractions, as much as there's that nameless something magical about those original attractions, I don't think IP attractions are a bad thing. And a lot of hardcore Disneyland, Disney park fanatics like myself like to complain about, oh, here comes another IP ride. Oh, here comes Princess and the Frog. Here comes this and that and more Guardians of the Galaxy and whatever. But look at those rides. They're all so good. Imagineers, while not coming up with completely original things on their own, still come up with incredible, incredible attractions. Disney does this very well. And when it comes down to it, a ride is only as good as an Imagineer makes it. Whether it's attached to an IP or not, a ride can be very, very good, the best ever, or it can just be kind of like, or it can be bad, you know. It really depends on how much money and how much love is put into it. So I don't think IP rides are bad. And yes, Disney's doing it for money, but they are a corporation. I guess that's kind of what they do. So I'm not exactly upset. It's not really a huge bummer. Yes, I would love to see another original attraction someday, and I really, really, really hope that it does happen in my lifetime. But if it doesn't, I still love Disneyland. I still love these new IP-based rides. Frozen Ever After, not even bad. I thought it was great. Maelstrom, whatever, it can get out of here, even though it was also great. You know, Disney just does a good job, and as long as they do a good job, I'll have this smile on my face right here. And probably something more genuine than that, but you got the idea. The only big downside is that creativity feels a little boxed in when Imagineers are forced to work within the realm of an existing property. But apart from that, still creative, still good. Will Disney ever open another original ride? I think probably not. But what do you think? Let me know down there. I'll stop rambling now and you can get to commenting. You can get in the Discord. You can click another video that I didn't make because you're sick of hearing my voice. I don't really care, but I do care that you have a good day. And I'll see you next time right here on Disneylander. Wow, that was almost a real outro. Pretty good.